You wonder why they hate Israel so much and why they love Vladimir Putin so much, that even when Joe Biden meets them halfway, they're like, you know what? We're going to just let him twist in the wind. We're going to let the Israelis twist in the wind.
Wow. All right, let's bring in Iowa Congressman Zach Nunn for reaction to that and more. Good to see you, Congressman Nunn. Thanks for being with us.
Bianca, always a privilege to be on. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, first, let's start with what you just heard from former Republican, we should note, Joe Scarborough, talking about what he says Republicans would do. I mean, it seems like it's the Biden administration who's really mixing up what to do with our allies and their messaging, not Republicans.
Yeah, you're absolutely right here. He completely leaves out of the conversation what about Americans' priorities. And I think that we see across the board. I'm from a rural state like Iowa, but we've all become border states as a result of the millions of illegal immigrants coming across the southern border. Increasingly, the number of those who are hostile, not just to the United States, but present a clear and present danger to U.S. interest right here on the homeland. Look, I'm a combat veteran. I've done multiple tours in Afghanistan and over the skies in Iraq. I recognize immediately the importance of having American firepower is the surest guarantee of a peaceful world, one we don't have to use. But it also means making sure that we take care of our home front first. And so while we all want to be on the side of a more stable world that stands up to tyrants, whether they're in Moscow, Tehran, or Beijing, we also have to make sure they're not crossing the borders in El Paso and in Houston and showing up on the shores of my hometowns in Des Moines with nothing to stop the influx of illegal cartel-led immigration, as well as the fentanyl and drug epidemic that comes with it.
Yes, and it looks like they may be staying a little bit longer to try to work out some measures here when it comes to the border. I do want to get your reaction to some other comments. Rashida Tlaib, she was over on MSNBC last night, and this is obviously, she's still upset about being censured by Republicans, still going on about that. This is what she said.
More than 20 Democrats voted with Republicans to censure you. Did any of them have a conversation with you? You were so emotional. You have so much to say about your family. Did any of them talk to you before they made that vote?
I mean, a handful. I was completely heartbroken. I did not know that they were going to, stand with the fascist side of the aisle.
Wow. She was allowing lies about the Al-Shifa hospital to persist here. I mean, she was really part of the problem here. It's amazing how the media just wants to, some members, not report fact, Congressman.
Right. And Bianca, you even heard from her own mouth. 20 members of her own party voted against her. This is a woman who has not only embraced extremism on the very fringes of society, but actively worked to support terrorist groups who want to threaten the United States. Now, we just saw this happen here in Washington in a number of the committee hearings, and a huge prop to Elise Stefanik, who's called out the woke professors at many of what used to be our pristine colleges who have protesters on their campus wanting to call for the extermination of the Jewish population. This is a congresswoman who was censured by a bipartisan group of leaders here in Washington because she can't stand up to that type of extremism right in her own district here in America. This is the kind of frustration that we have these fringe elements in Congress who would stand not only against the American national interest, but also stood against giving our men and women in uniform 5.5% pay increase because they felt that they did not want to see a strong U.S. military. It's abhorrent, it's wrong, and I'm glad we're standing against them and passing this on good measure to hold these guys accountable.
Absolutely. Well, Congressman Zach Nunn, good to see you today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Hey, Bianca, thank you so much. And I just want to say we're proud to be able to, even though D.C. can get very frustrating, we've been able to pass 3 of our own bills this week. Things are moving forward. And thank you to all the viewers out there who give us the power to be able to fight forward on this. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for including that. Thank you so much.